If your potatoes aren't dummy thick and like making you question everything in your life, then you're not baking them right.
I still think it's a potato.
It's not just a potato. It's a way of life.
So Ryan, you had an idea for a unique intro. Where are we going?
Yes. So, let us go. Maybe near my village.
Okay.
As a sign. Or we should, you know what? No. We should put it right over here, right? For Dan. Next to the communist hut. Damn it, I fucked up.
Good job.
For a second, I thought it was just gonna be the one fence post. I was like, oh, okay. It's
I have no idea what he's doing. I'm just waiting.
Same. I think he's trying to summon Dan from the dead.
He really is trying to summon Dan back.
Hold on, I'm trying to think. I should have wrote this down.
So anyway, for context for the audience, Dan is not actually dead.
He's very much alive, and he's
very much alive, and he's doing pretty good. He's just got a new job. He's moving away. He's got some big things happening, so he just won't. It's gonna be really hard for him to be consistent in the stuff. And so we might have a Dan appearance every once in a while, but in terms of all the time, he won't really be here too much anymore.
Oh.
That's nice. Ryan,
It
you
is.
missed the spot.
Let's do the three twerk salute for Dan.
3 twerk salute.
Ready?
Let me first.
Okay, Ryan, go. Ryan, twerk.
Twerk on his grave.
It's the
Three
three.
twerk
It's the three twerk salute. Rest in peace, Dan.
And then I'll give him this.
You didn't even stay for Sterling salute. You're already
I
halfway
know.
to your castle. Now what are you doing, Ryan?
I'm on
He's
fire.
burning alive. That's what you get for not staying for Sterling salute.
I was
I
just gonna
did say
say
for
this is
salute.
karma.
No, you didn't. He did his 3rd salute, and I turned around, and you were halfway to the fucking castle.
Dan, you will always be beloved and missed. Ryan, why would you put the thing there?
I don't know where to. I mean, if it covers the sign.
Just take the torch off and then put it on top of the fence post.
I could have another fence. I have another fence post.
Okay.
Or you can just put it on top of the fence post.
If this doesn't tell you how disorganized we are, I don't know what does.
Shit! I'm sorry, Dad.
There it is. We did it. It's done.
No, now it's
All right.
done.
Okay.
Now play the communist national anthem.
Well.
For Dan.
For Dan. I'll do it for
For
Dan.
Dad.
For Dan. You know what? In hindsight, we probably should have ended the episode with this, but that's fine.
We just
No, this is the good start.
Okay.
It's sad, but now we can fuck around and do shit, and it's all happy again.
We'll give Dan a proper burial later.
Wasn't that the
Actually,
proper
yeah,
thing?
just get a shovel. Hey, who has a shovel?
Just get a shovel.
No, do the little like grass thing or the path. Just 2 little paths right here. It's like right in front.
He's not dead, Ryan.
Someone get a shovel.
Does someone have a shovel?
No, I don't have a shovel.
No,
God
not
damn
on
it.
me.
He's. Hey, Sterling.
Yeah.
Does Ryan realize he's not actually dead? He's just not here right now.
I don't know. I think that he thinks that he might be dead. Like actually, he's not. He's.
Okay.
Hey Ryan.
For Dan! For Dan! Why'd you leave? Damn you, Dan! Damn you! Damn you, God, for taking him when he was so young! So full of life!
Christ. You're good now?
It's like, that's it. Okay. I walk away.
Okay, bye.
That's all. That's all.
What the fuck just happened?
You don't know what just happened? It was a beautiful moment.
Okay.
The thing that killed me is how you just like folded yourself in half.
Just wait.
How did I fold myself in half?
You like
You
hold on,
did
you
this.
crouched and looked up and you just like folded.
Oh, yeah, that. I was looking at the heavens.
You was looking at the heavens.
I was cursing at God for taking our boy Dan, our beautiful boy.
Well, I was gonna say something and
Oh.
saying it out loud would sound way worse, so I'm just not going to.
No, you have to say it.
You know, Dan.
Ryan, you have 10 signs in your chest, buddy.
I did? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I opened your chest just for fun. Dude, and you have a potion of healing? We could cure Dan with a potion of healing.
Yeah, Ryan, throw the potion of healing on his grave. Come on.
No,
Th-
don't do it. That's not
Throw
how
your
it works.
potion on his grave. Do it.
No, don't.
Well,
You're gonna waste
actually,
it.
that was if I needed it, though.
But Dan needs it more.
But Dan's dead.
He's dead.
You know,
He's just-
I love Dan, but
He just
Dan's
won't
dead.
be in a video anytime soon, but
Ryan, how are you supposed to get out of your sheep farm? Do you not have a gate?
I do have a gate.
there's a gate.
Where?
Well, it's like an L-shaped gate.
It's over
you
it.
know?
Right, Sterling, it's over here.
Ah! Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, bro.
Sterling, did you literally leave that gate open?
He did.
Yeah.
He busted ass out the gate and didn't close it. I had to close it for him.
Sterling, that's like my lifeline.
Yeah.
Like, why did they escaped?
Well, Michael was there.
Yes, Sterling. What if they escaped? Did you ever think about that? No, because you only think about
No.
yourself, you selfish prick. Anyway.
Yeah,
Ah.
see?
You sound
Yeah.
like my dad. No, actually, you don't.
Oh.
It's a joke, Dad. Dad, if you're watching this, it's a joke. It's-
Oh. Would your dad watch our shit?
he has watched our shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's-
I'm sorry,
Hi.
Sterling's dad.
Hi, Sterling's dad.
My dad didn't like it, but he still watched it, so I appreciate
We
it.
told him he wasn't gonna like it.
I did. Dad, if you're still watching this, I warned you. But I love you very much, and I appreciate you watching it regardless. So,
See? Fully, it's, before the recording, I had a little song that I sang for Dan, but I didn't record it or write it down. It was just spontaneous. But our boy is dead. He's gone. He's gone.
He's not dead, right?
And he's not coming back. You know,
Ryan,
he's
you know he's not
in
dead,
heaven,
right?
Valhalla. Whatever your afterlife is.
He's in the
He's
gulag.
He's
in
in
the
Halloween. Yeah, he's in the gulag. He's in Halloween Town. He's at the North Pole. I mean, he's wherever you think. You know, whatever your beliefs are, he's there. Or he could be in hell. You know, because Dan wasn't a saint, but he did do some stuff. You know.
No. Oh, no.
Oh,
But we still miss our boy.
Wow, Dan did a lot of work in the Nether before he passed on to the to the next life.
To hell.
To the nether regions.
Yeah.
See, I still don't remember the last words I said to Dan.
I still don't
It's like,
remember
Michael.
them.
Come on, get in there, Dan. Get in there.
It's like, little did I know what would
Ryan.
happen to poor Dan. You know, it's like that.
Ryan
You know,
know.
what was that movie called? That Disney one with the bear, like Kenai and stuff. If you remember.
Brother Bear.
Brother Bear, yeah. It's like the
Holy
old
shit.
lady. It's like oh, I can still hear his voice. Stop telling everyone I'm dead. It's like that's exactly this.
Michael, we need to get Dan just to record the audio of "Stop telling everyone I'm dead."
Oh my God, yes, please.
You know, for some reason, Ryan believes that I'm dead, and I'm bamboozled to even think why he would say that, because I've been here the entire time, and it really hurts me as a friend, Ryan, that you would think that I'm not here.
So anyway, baked potatoes are pretty crazy.
Baked potatoes.
Excuse you?
Baked potatoes? Fucking wild, man.
Sterling, you know, I was talking.
Those baked potatoes, man. Wow.
Sterling?
I don't know if I'll ever I don't know if I'll ever like mentally recover from baked potatoes, honestly.
You know what? Baked potatoes are pretty good, not gonna lie.
I have
Because
a potato.
Baked. Fluffy thick.
Dude, I'm fluffy thick.
If your potatoes aren't dummy thick and like making you question everything in your life, then you're not baking them right.
Sterling, it's a potato.
It's not just a potato. It's a way of life.
Oh, and for the Foolyites who don't know what the hell I'm doing and why I'm just kind of wandering off away from the village, I am on the hunt for a cow right now. I could not find any in the village, and
You can't find a cow?
What do you need
No.
a cow for?
my farm.
Sterling, I have 4 cows.
Yeah, I didn't want to take one from you though.
I know, but you could breed the cow.
I killed a cow earlier. So
Why?
because I didn't know you needed a cow, or I would have said something.
Fuck!
Yo, are these emeralds at surface level? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, no.
Oh
they do
yeah,
that.
foxes can spawn with them sometimes in their mouths and they'll drop it.
No, I mean like I found an emerald poking out of the ground.
Like an ore.
Yeah, like emerald ore, just poking out of the ground.
Yeah,
Oh.
they do that. They do that now.
They do that. They do
They-
that, yeah.
They fly now?
They fly now.
They fly now! You know what makes no sense too in that thing too? I watched
no.
a thing
Oh,
about
no.
it a long time ago.
We've unhinged
Finn was a
Ryan.
stormtrooper. He went through all the fucking training, and yet, like, he's like, oh, I've never seen a stormtrooper with a jetpack.
Wasn't he a janitor though in the fucking?
Yeah, he
well,
was-
no,
he-
they said he had full combat training, and then they made him a janitor.
Well, yeah. So he, you know.
I mean,
So
he was
he
a
was
part of a
janitor.
fucking invasion squad and a firing squad. So
Oh,
it's like,
wasn't it in canon that was his first time actually on the ground though?
yeah.
I don't remember. I don't
It is.
care.
It is canon that
Yeah,
that was his first time.
because I think they gave him the combat training. He was a janitor on Starkiller, but the invasion squad was his first time actually boots on the ground.
Why?
I don't know why. It's just how the story was written.
That's the only guys they had. Janitors. They
Yeah.
had janitors, and they just gave him a fucking blaster, and they're like, "Here, go, do." You know. Oh.
Basically. Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it works.
See, I
You
like
just
the first
unhinged
order,
Ryan.
but then if that was the case, then they totally needed to die.
Cows.
You know what? Let's break for. Oh, let's just get a janitor. You know, we need janitors.
We really did unhinge Ryan.
Huh?
We unhinged Ryan.
Yeah, you know, it's like, come the fuck on. You know, we don't get good lightsaber fights. We don't get anything like that. Yeah, no, we get fucking janitors.
We get a lightsaber fight in
He was-
literally the first sequel movie.
Mike Sterling, shut up.
I was gonna say we-
I'm on my rant here. Not good
He's on-
lightsaber fights.
I thought it was a good one.
Well, which one are you talking about? Oh, the first one, yeah, with Finn and Kylo and Rey. Yeah, that was good.
I found a cow.
Though Kylo should have gotten his, Kylo almost got his fucking, should have gotten his face cut wide open with that strike on his face.
Well, I mean, he kind of did.
Well, I hope kinda.
I don't know, Michael. What do you think of the lightsaber fights in the sequel trilogy?
It's been a minute since I've seen them, so I can't give fair. From what my immediate memory, I thought they were pretty good. I didn't hate them. So
Okay.
I don't understand why so many people are hating right now on the Kenobi lightsaber fight between, spoilers,
spoilers for a show
Kenobi
that's
and
been out for
and Darth
more than a
Vader.
month at this point.
But I mean, it's like Obi-Wan hasn't touched or used his lightsaber in like how long? You
10
know?
years.
10
It's-
years at this point.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's like I understand why so many people are being hard on it. It's like, I watched
because-
the guy, and he said that Vader was fighting Ben Kenobi, not Obi-Wan Kenobi. So like
Right.
Obi-Wan will get his confidence back, and he'll become Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then they'll have their final showdown before Episode 4, where Vader says like, "When I left you."
When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I.
But I
am
was
the
still like
master.
fucking just like almost like a scroll girl with all that fucking scenes, you know?
Yeah,
It's
'cause
like
like the-
Vader and stuff.
Yeah,
Well-
'cause it's like you said, it's like he's disconnected himself from the Force to not give Luke up, and then he also probably hasn't even thought of his lightsaber in 10 years, and so now he has to actually use it and fight
he
it.
just redug him up like right
Yeah.
in that one episode.
So it's like, yeah, he's gonna suck. He hasn't done this in 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't know. People, my little personal thought about it is that people, and it's the same kind of thing that happened with The Last Jedi, where as like I do recognize the problems that The Last Jedi has as like a movie or like as a Star Wars movie, but the thing is that people went nuts with their like fan theories and stuff of what was gonna happen and all
Yeah.
that, and instead of just like yeah you can have fan theories, but you
I
gotta
mean,
understand.
Fan theories are actually can help you
They
think
make
about the story more.
story go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you're getting to the point where you're getting upset that your personal fan theory didn't come true and you blame the show on that, then
Okay.
that's kind of on
That's
you.
fair.
You know, like at that point you're like, well, I don't feel bad for you anymore because, you know, it's like when people were like trying to figure out who Snoke was when The Last Jedi was coming out.
It
And then
should have
Sn-
been
And then Snoke died.
fuck. Why am I spacing his name? Who Darth Plagueis. Yep, that was it. Darth Plagueis.
Well, no, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, it's like it should have been this person. No, it should have been whoever the fuck they wanted it to be because they're the ones writing the story.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it didn't make sense that it was Palpatine using like a clone, but then he was able to mind control Snow.
I was fine with that. Truthfully, like
I know,
like,
but
as-
I'm
as-
fine with that. But I mean, it just kind of made no sense on how he could do that because then couldn't he have just done that previously?
Well, he needed time to like work up the power to do so.
Maybe, yeah, I guess.
That's why he was in hiding for such a long time. Like Palpatine throughout that whole 30-year span was like jumping from clone body to clone body constantly because the cloning process just wasn't perfected like it used to be during the prequel era.
Dude, imagine destroying Camino and the only best cloners to then turn around and eat him.
Yeah, he took all the Kaminoans, like the best Kaminoan cloners, and somehow it still didn't work. I mean, it's not only because it just couldn't use the Force though. See,
Well, I mean, also you got to understand they also completely
because that wasn't
fucking-
that the one
Well,
clone.
hold on. They completely blew up the cloning facility on Camino during
Yes.
the Bad Batch. So
Yeah,
all of the
but he
research,
took
all
all
of
the
the
Kaminoans.
archives. No, he took a couple. He took a couple
Well, only the
Kaminoans.
cloners.
Not all of them. He took Lama Su, and
Well, that was the only one you saw. But
well, yeah, but still, I mean, I feel like it's safe to assume that he probably only took a couple. And truthfully,
yeah. But then in
they
Mandalorian,
probably,
though, you see that guy, that Dr. Pershing.
yeah,
Pershing.
That-
like he had a
that's-
Kaminoan logo on his arm, on his patch.
exactly. But he was trying to recreate what the Kaminoans did unsuccessfully,
like,
which is why for
Force.
30 which is why for 30 years Palpatine was jumping from clone body to clone body in order to, you know, transfer his essence because his actual body was dead and destroyed.
Yeah. But see, wasn't that though why his one clone was like almost like a son? He said, and he had Rey.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the Force.
Yes.
He was just like a regular dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Michael, what are your 2 cents on the whole Palpatine cloning thing?
I think the way they did it was really messy. I feel like if they
Yeah.
had done a better job at executing it, I would have been more on board with it. I think they kind of lost me after it was somehow he did this and somehow that.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
It's like they didn't. It's like they didn't know how he came back. They were just like, "Fuck it, let's bring Palpatine back."
Well,
So it's
because
like-
they kept firing. Fucking Kathleen Kennedy fired like what? How many directors? It's like for the last one, and like each guy wanted almost like what you said, Sterling. It's almost like a fan fiction. It's like, oh, I want this to happen. I want this to happen. I'm like, well, can
My
you kind of-
my other thing, I don't know how true this is because I haven't done the digging and I have no way to actually confirm it. I don't know how true this is, but there was a thing going around at some point that they had an explanation to how Palpatine came back, then they cut it.
Yes. No, that is true.
Okay, see,
Um,
that's also what hurts the narrative, is because it's like that's something
Yeah.
really fucking important to the story, and you're gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, so what happened with the whole Kathleen Kennedy firing people? What happened was, well, first of all, I also just want to say, as much as I'm not the personal biggest fan of Kathleen Kennedy, it's not just her that makes decisions
Well,
like
no.
that. That like,
But she's the executive leader of Lucasfilm, though.
yeah, like like the decisions are her responsibility to take out and make, but it's not like solely her. Like, I'm sure somebody probably came up to her and was like, "Hey, this is what I think," and then she probably just agreed with them. But Colin Trevorrow was the original director of The Rise of Skywalker, and he even had a whole script, screenplay, and everything, and they even started pre-production for it. But what happened was Colin Trevorrow got fired for creative differences because they just didn't want to use his script. And then months after they had already started pre-production for Rise of Skywalker, they brought back J.J. Abrams and were like, "This is what we want you to do. This is the story we want you to write. You really don't get any freedom on what to do."
And do it.
And yeah, and end the Skywalker saga. And J.J. Abrams was like, what?
Okay.
And so, as far as my personal information, that is what I know to have happened. And I have personally read Colin Trevorrow's script, and it was fucking banging, dude. That would have been.
Oh yeah, I saw the concept art. I was like, oh my god, I want this movie.
Well,
now.
no, you should read the script. Like, the script is fucking awesome, dude. Like, the stuff that Colin Trevorrow had written was really, really, really good. It would have made
Yeah.
probably would have made, in my opinion, The Rise of Skywalker like the best Star Wars movie out there.
Honestly, what's your guys' opinion on the last part where she takes the Skywalker name?
I like it.
You liked it?
Yeah. I don't think I mean, I guess a better way to say it is I really don't care. Like, I really don't mind. It makes sense why Luke and Leia would
hated
adopt
it.
her.
I wish that her and, say, Ben got together, and then she could have been a legit Skywalker, say if they got, like, married or something. But, I mean, just taking it and killing off Ben Solo like a reverse Vader Anakin thing, I hated that.
I think that you should just leave canon what it is. The thing that's been annoying me is the people trying to, like, say, like, oh, well, they should just rewrite the sequels and make them not canon, or make them like an alternate universe. It's like, no, just fucking accept that it happened. If you didn't like it, that's fine. You don't have to like it, but canon is canon.
I mean,
And so-
I liked the First Order and Kylo Ren. That's all I liked about the sequel trilogy, really.
Well, and that's fair, but I think it's kind of like this thing where it's like people kind of just want
To
all,
complain?
like, well, partially, but I also think that it's just, you know, this situation where people get so outraged when somebody does something with Star Wars that they don't agree with, and it's like, you cannot like it, that's
Yeah.
fine, but they start, like, personally attacking people for it, which is really messed up. So I don't know, Michael, what's your, like, general opinion? I know you said it's been a minute since you watched them, so, but, like,
I
what's
feel
your
like that should also answer your question. I know I've put my 2 cents in on this a few times, like in personal conversation, but I've never mentioned it in a video. No, I have, because the last time we had the Star Wars rants, we had this conversation. I'm gonna say the same
Probably.
thing again, where it's like, I like, as standalone, like, if you look at them outside of the Star Wars universe and just as movies, like, if the sequel trilogy was its own thing, they're good movies. Like, the movies are fine, but when you put them into the context of Star Wars, for me personally, a lot of shit doesn't add up, and it kind of takes it away from me a little bit.
well, like what?
So a lot of it, okay, I feel like the writing was a little bit sloppy. There was a lot of
Oh, it absolutely was.
sloppy writing. There was a lot of open-ended things that were just never closed up. Some things I just wasn't a huge fan of, but I can, like you said earlier, I can accept that it happened because in the universe of Star Wars, you can kind of connect the dots and see how it makes sense. Even if I wasn't the biggest fan of it, like the Palpatine thing, I wasn't the biggest fan of them bringing back Palpatine. However, they had enough strings there to kind of tie it together to make me go, okay, fine, I can see how this can happen because of the cloning stuff. And in past canon and Legends and stuff,
Oh, he
Palpatine
did
was he did a lot of that, and so I can see him doing that. I'm like, hey, fine. I wasn't the biggest fan of the way that they did it, but I can get behind them doing it. My real big issue is mostly just a lot of sloppy writing. It feels like they weren't entirely sure what they were doing. It's like an argument can be made that George Lucas also didn't have the entire trilogy planned out, which he didn't. But he played around with it enough that he made everything kind of line up and add up
He didn't want to do
better.
a sequel trilogy, did he? I thought
No,
he
he
said he
did.
didn't want to do a sequel.
No, George had a script for.
Yeah,
he did?
he had a script for all of them. The one thing he really didn't have fully planned out was that Luke and Leia were going to be siblings and all that stuff. So he didn't have that fully mapped out until pretty late, but he still was able to wind it all together and make this one little pretty bow. I don't think the sequel trilogy was able to do that very well.
Right. Well, and the thing is that also George had a bigger team of writers with him than I think well, he had a team of writers, not that they all thought the same thing, because they were all like different minded, but they all kind of had like the same goal in mind going into it. And so it's like with the sequel trilogy, even J.J. Abrams himself, like the actual director for 2/3 of the sequel trilogy, said it himself. He said, we did not have a plan going into it.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad
Yeah.
he said that because I've
He
just
said it on
confirmed.
multiple occasions.
Oh yeah.
Was probably trying to cover his ass too because he knew it was a mess.
Yeah. Well, and it's like if you don't if you don't have a plan, so it's like that's why I
Then
understand
come
why
up
people
with
don't.
one.
That's why I understand why people don't like them. Personally, I think that the issues that they have for me aren't big enough to outright hate them.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I don't like hate the movies. It's like what I'm saying is like the movies themselves, like visually they look fucking incredible. So it's like the visuals
yeah.
are amazing.
They're the best
The
looking
characters
movies
are
out of all
pretty
of them.
like
yeah.
and so the characters themselves are pretty well fleshed out. Like you can kind of get this behind the stories of some of these characters.
Right.
It's more for me. It's like as a Star Wars fan and looking at those movies in the context of the Star Wars universe, it doesn't do it for me. But everything else is usually pretty good.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
No, and that's totally fair. What did you think of Rey Skywalker specifically, Michael?
I'm in a similar boat with Ryan, where it's like I didn't okay. I'm in a similar boat. I'm not in the same boat. I'm in a similar boat where it's like I wasn't the biggest fan of her taking up the Skywalker name, but then again, when you look at it, the only people she really had looking up to were the Skywalkers, and so it's like technically she's a Palpatine, and obviously the Palpatine name is no good. It's like Hitler. you don't want to be a Palpatine in the Star Wars universe. So it's like,
Right.
well, I feel like she had the opportunity to take the Palpatine name and put good on it. She chose Skywalker, so while I'm still not the biggest fan of them doing that, I can see why they did that.
Yeah.
So like, not stoked about it, but I can live with it.
Okay. Yeah, because, like, personally, as far as her being a Skywalker, I feel like I'm the most, out of everybody that I've ever talked to, I feel like I'm the most gung-ho about Rey being a Skywalker.
You probably are.
All joking aside, like in reality, you have the freedom to choose who you want to identify with, you know. And the thing is that Luke and Leia, like the whole point of that scene at the very end of The Rise of Skywalker, to me at least, the way I interpreted it, was Luke and Leia being like, you know, we're proud of you, we're happy, like, you know, you're family to us, you know.
Yeah. I just hope that they don't do that with, say, the new... I know you said, like, what you kind of said. I said that before. I wish they don't make... I wish they retcon the sequels to an extent. Like with Mandalorian, I was like all happy when they showed Luke's temple, but then all of a sudden people showed that it's the exact same temple from the like the sequels, and everyone's like, oh no, you know, it's like, are they gonna go with it? Are they gonna like, you know?
Well, I mean, of course they're gonna go with the sequel trilogy. They spent
Yeah.
how many millions of dollars on it? Like, you know,
But yeah,
they
but they
made-
know it's hated though, so it's like, do you waste
I
money?
really
or
don't
do
think
you
it's.
use
I
more
really don't
money
think the sequels are hated as much as
to fix it.
people think that they are.
Remember when the prequels came out?
Yeah, like
Oh,
I mean,
well, I mean, I always loved the prequels, though. I'm a prequel generation. I love that
well,
shit.
yeah,
Well,
but
not everybody. A lot of people
Well, yeah,
hated
not
the prequels
everybody.
as much as they hate the sequels.
well,
And
well,
I mean, you
like,
can see that now with Hayden and Ewan. Like, even Hayden didn't. He left acting because of that shit. I mean, and that's bullshit, though, but all the people doing that.
but
Well, here's the
that's-
thing, Ryan. You're a prequel fan because you grew up with the prequels. It was the Star Wars that you were probably more introduced to.
Oh, I
Which
was.
is why
I
the
was
prequels
introduced to
were-
that.
Yeah, see, that's exactly my point.
There's a whole generation of people that are growing up with the sequel trilogy. So, like, truthfully, the criticisms that you have for the sequels are very, very similar to the criticisms that people had for the prequels when they first came out. Like the when the prequels came out, they were, I would say, more universally hated than the sequels currently are right now. Because the thing with the sequels is that there's people like me who genuinely do enjoy them. Like I sit there and I watch them and I'm like, yeah, it's a good movie. I like this. Like, you know, but like there are people who like vehemently hate the sequels, and so like do you kind of catch where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I mean, while you do not like them and you have valid criticisms for them, there's a whole generation of people just like you that grew up with the prequels, just like you, all three of us actually, that grew up with the prequels.
But my opinion is law.
It's
Thanks, Ryan.
You're welcome. All right, continue, sir.
no, man, your opinion is law. It's,
You're damn right. You could say that again.
but yeah, no, I don't know. That's my 2 cents on it. I think that there's a lot of writing issues with the sequels, but I think overall
I think that's
like
something
them.
we can all agree on is the ungodly amount of writing issues
Oh,
that happen
yeah.
with the sequels.
No, well, I think that you'd be in complete denial to not at least admit that there's issues.
Speaking of this, I know we're going off on a long tangent.
This is gonna be another Star Wars episode.
yes,
but-
yes. We happen to all be Star Wars
I
fans,
liked
though, so I don't
parts of
think
the
it's that
sequel
big of a deal.
trilogy. Again, I didn't like a lot of it. I hated a lot of it, and I liked a lot of it too. Take with like say again the First Order, Kylo Ren. I liked all that shit. But
And Ray.
yeah, so again, you see how many people don't like it. All right.
Yeah.
But now you see that Disney is actually adding characters to Galaxy's Edge, which they should have done since the very fucking beginning. It's like, so now they're adding Boba Fett, and hold on, what's the Fennec Shand. It's like, and they're adding Grogu and the Mandalorian. It's like, I heard a rumor, and now this is a rumor, so it's not confirmed. I hope it's true, but they're saying that they might have an Obi-Wan, an Anakin, a Padme, and stuff,
Yeah.
or clones, and like other characters that everyone loves in Galaxy's Edge.
Mhm.
It's like that, and again, it should have just been a Star Wars land, you know, like. It's like, it doesn't matter if it's not a part of the story or not. Like, oh, here they are on Galaxy's Edge. It's like, on Batuu. It's like, oh, well, I don't care if it's not a part of it or not. I'm like, fuck it, I'll take Anakin and stuff, or Obi-Wan on Batuu. Who the hell cares? It's like, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, but I think that's awesome now. Instead of the same only 3 characters in the whole trilogy, just Rey, Kylo, Chewie, and like 2 stormtroopers. It's like, you know, now you can actually have more characters, you know.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I do think that it does take time to get things like that going.
Well, it does, yeah.
No, we need it done right now.
I think I also heard, or I don't know if it's true, but I mean, I would like that there's a new ride supposed to come to Galaxy's Edge.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure they're constantly.
I don't know, I
with
thought
new-
they said it was a roller coaster, like a Star Wars themed roller coaster.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they have that kind of stuff in the works.
And they'll just play the Cantina music. It's like da, 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 da. It's like nonstop.
Imagine getting your guts rearranged on a ride that's just playing.
Yeah.
Dude,
Imagine
imagine getting
losing-
your guts rearranged.
Yeah. Imagine losing your virginity to this song. Da, da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da.
Dude,
That's
I
how
lost my virginity to that song.
Da, 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 da. You put it in and you take it out.
Oh.
Why did that work so well? I don't like that worked as well as it did, Ryan.
I'm right there with you, Michael.
I got attacked by a phantom.
Maybe you should sleep, fucking dumb idiot.
Ha! Gotti! I'm making a lot of trips to the Nether because I'm making a chicken coop that looks like an egg, but I'm making it out of quartz.
I'm just trying to find diamonds.
Whoa! If I do this, then it looks like the rain is falling way slower than it actually is. This is cool, Michael. You'll see it in my video later, but damn, this is cool. Okay, what? Okay, I'm confused. Whose background noise is making the woo sound?
The woo sound.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what? It might be Ryan, because I don't think it's me. I don't have anything wooing in my background.
it's definitely not me. Ryan, is it
Because
you?
I noticed that earlier, but in between the videos, that somebody was making a woo noise.
Yeah.
Did you just hear it now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know it's
Is it?
Ryan.
Did you just hear it again?
Yes.
Yeah, what is it? What's
It's,
the woo noise?
It's my 3D printer. I'm printing
Oh.
something.
We figured out what the woo noise was.
Okay. Yeah, there was a point where I was sitting there and I was like, what the fuck is that noise? I was like, it's not like a bad noise or anything like that. I was just like,
No,
See,
it's
now,
really
now I can't
quiet.
not hear it. Now it's really obvious to
See,
me. now,
why'd
'cause
you,
I'm-
why'd you have to say it, huh? Why'd you have to bring it up then?
I don't know, man. I just felt the need for speed.
For sex.
Why was there lightning underground? Why did I hear a light?
Oh
why
my
did I
god,
see a
there's like so
lightning
much
flash?
lightning hitting my house.
Dude, I'm underground and I saw a lightning flash. I was like, what?
Who's
That's
not
how
in
you
bed?
know the storm is bad.
Who's not in bed?
Me. I'm underground. Give me a minute.
Michael, I thought you said you were done with the Underground Railroad.
I'm not in the Underground Railroad. I'm just underground.
Yeah.
Hold on. Just give me like 2 or 3 minutes. I'll be upstairs.
Dan's grave should be the thumbnail.
Yo. See ya, Foolyites. Thank you guys for watching this video. We appreciate you guys so much for sticking around this long. Stay tuned for the next Minecraft video while Michael and Ryan mess with the trash can, and I'm in on it too now. So it's just bye everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I win.